Welcome to the Cross Creek On Demand podcast, a podcast for you because God is for you. Today, we're kicking off a new series called Reclaiming the Ordinary, Simple Rhythms for a Meaningful Life. In part one, we're looking at what it really means to find God in the middle of everyday life. Because, let's be honest, most of us are running so fast that our ordinary days feel exhausting instead of extraordinary. So what if the path to true joy isn't found in escaping our daily routines, but in slowing down, savoring the ordinary, and actually seeing them as gifts from God? In this episode, we'll discover how gratitude and rhythm can turn ordinary moments into life-giving ones. So, let's talk about it together. Have you ever come back from vacation and felt like you needed another vacation just to make up for how tired you are after your first vacation? Well, we just had 2 weeks off. I took a little over a week off, but when I sat down to work again, I just wasn't feeling it. Now, why did we as a church, as Cross Creek, take a break? Because honestly, we were tired. A few people were carrying and are still carrying a lot, and it wasn't a healthy pace. And so we decided to build breaks into our community rhythm, making rest and healthy rhythms a way of life that we're modeling for everyone. And as we'll see, there's still more we can do to create a sustainable, healthy rhythm as a community. But your turn. Let's talk about rhythms. Do you have rhythms? Like yearly, weekly, daily rhythms? Or maybe you're more like me and you're thinking, rhythms? What the heck are you talking about? Like, I guess that idea sounds nice, but my reality really is more chaos than rhythm. Like, I'm always hoping life will slow down next week, but that week never comes. See, we want to enjoy life, discover our purpose, bring meaning to the lives around us, but our lives move so fast that the ordinary feels exhausting, not extraordinary. We long for meaning, but our calendars only bring exhaustion. And the funny thing is, most of our exhaustion is self-inflicted. See, we say yes to too much, even good things. And suddenly our calendars are running our lives, not us. We become slaves to our own never-ending busyness. It's like running on a treadmill. Like you have lots of energy, but you're never moving forward. And it's not even fun. See, every hour is filled, but there's still something missing. We're not living. We're just surviving. And if we don't change something, we'll spend the rest of our lives stressed out, burned out, and overwhelmed. And you might be saying to yourself, or, to me, John, that's just modern life. That's just how things have to work. But is it really? Or have we just learned to settle for exhaustion as normal? See, our ordinary, busy lives are keeping us from enjoying true life. And here's the thing. God never created us for frantic living. He designed us for rhythms of work and rest and joy and meaning. So as we start another school year, I think right now is a great time to re-examine what our everyday lives are creating. Because in the traditional church calendar, we're actually in the middle of what's called ordinary time. Everything between the big holidays of Easter and Christmas. It's where most of our lives happen. See, not in the highlight moments, but in the normal, everyday routines. And that's where God loves to meet us. So that's why we're calling this series Reclaiming the Ordinary. Because God is inviting us to find deeper meaning in the everyday, not just escape from it. And we'll discover together, because I am definitely still learning this myself, how to create healthy rhythms that keep us from burning out, even when circumstances out of our control try to drag us into chaos. And what's interesting is we think this hectic, busy life is like a new modern American culture society problem. But really, it's older than you might expect. There's a memoir from around 950 BC, so like 3,000 years ago. It's traditionally believed to have been written by the third king of Israel, King Solomon, the wisest man in the world. And it feels like it could have been written about our lives today. So tell me if this sounds familiar. Ecclesiastes 2, starting at verse 22. So what do people get in this life for all their hard work and anxiety? Their days of labor are filled with pain and grief. Even at night, their minds cannot rest. It's all meaningless. Like that sounds like a day you had last week, right? We work hard to make ends meet. We work hard even to make a difference. And we wake up in the middle of the night worried about making ends meet and if we're even doing it right, let alone making a difference. And if the wisest man in history called this cycle of work and worry meaningless, what are we supposed to do? Well, I think the first step is doing what Solomon did. He begins with honesty. He doesn't pretend life will get better if we just try harder or find the right formula. He says, accept that life can be really, really hard, painful, and unfair. See, progress doesn't guarantee peace, and chasing more just burns us out. There's never enough achievement to fill the emptiness. And we can try to avoid reality, ignore it, wear ourselves out trying to overcome it. But as Solomon says, it's all meaningless. What does all of that get us? Nothing but stressful days and sleepless nights. We can exhaust ourselves trying to change what will never be changed, keep hoping we win the lottery, or we can accept that life is hard. See, reclaiming the ordinary starts with accepting reality. But then what? Do we just power through or do we just give up? There's got to be more. How do we make this ordinary life into something worth living? Well, usually we try to fix our exhaustion by numbing the ache, right? Another vacation, a new toy, endless entertainment. Or we waste our days dreaming of retirement, but none of it ever satisfies. We just hope we'll get there someday when things finally slow down. But Solomon shows us something so simple and profound that if we choose to put it into practice, it will change everything for us. So after all of his searching, he realized something. So I decided there's nothing better than to enjoy food and drink and to find satisfaction in work. Meaning isn't found in escaping the ordinary, but by savoring it. See, it isn't about doing more or escaping. It's about discovering true meaning in what's already there, right in the middle of our daily routines. Choosing to slow down and enjoy what we do have. It's the word contentment, right? If we can't find joy in the everyday, ordinary parts of life, if we can't be content with the simple things, nothing else will give us purpose, meaning, fulfillment, or joy. So, do we just eat, drink, and be merry? Well, yeah. That phrase actually comes later in the book of Ecclesiastes. It says eat, drink, and be merry, but there's more to it. See, Solomon isn't telling us just to become selfish, lazy gluttons trying to stuff our fat faces and drink ourselves silly. That leads to its own problems, and we all know it. Solomon actually gives us the secret to truly finding satisfaction in our ordinary lives. He says, "Then I realized that these pleasures are from the hand of God. For who can eat or enjoy anything apart from him?" See, Solomon realizes contentment isn't settling, and it's not just about slowing down. It's about seeing the ordinary as a gift from God. The secret to contentment is gratitude. Solomon doesn't just say, enjoy life. No, he says, apart from God, who can really enjoy anything? Without the giver, the gift loses its meaning. We end up chasing experiences, but missing true joy. Missing the meaning, the love, the person behind the gifts. Instead of living for the next escape, we reclaim real joy by seeing each day as a gift from God. The difference between empty hustle and meaningful routine is not the routine itself, it's whether or not God is in it. Every day and every life has something in it we can be thankful for. And look, if there really is a God who created us, then he is a God who loves to give good gifts and wants us to enjoy what he's given us. Did he have to invent taste buds? Delicious smells? Amazing colors throughout nature and the ability for us to see them? And don't get me started on fermentation. He didn't have to create these things, but he did, and millions of other mind-blowing things because he loves us and wants us to enjoy the life he's given us. Jesus himself said, I have come so people can have life that is full and abundant. Not by earning it, not by filling every hour with activity, but by accepting and enjoying the fact that we are already known, loved, and enjoyed. See, because of Jesus, we can stop proving ourselves. He died to set us free from sin, from shame, from the never-ending cycle of trying to earn our worth. And he rose so we could enjoy God and his gifts every day, even the hardest ones. We can rest and enjoy what we already have. See, the core of following Jesus isn't following a bunch of religious do's and don'ts. It's knowing the God who wants us to experience Him and His love in every part of our lives, even in, and especially in, the ordinary. So, what does this actually look like today, or at school tomorrow, or at work tomorrow? How do we actually practice this? Well, first, let's start small. And whether you're exploring Jesus or you've been following Him for 50 years, here's my invitation. Every day, invite God into your ordinary by thanking Him for and savoring the simple gifts He's given you. It's a fun practice. Maybe it's praying over your coffee in the morning, like, God, thank you for the chance to have this coffee, and then sipping it and enjoying the robust flavor. Maybe it's pausing to really taste and thank God for your dinner. Maybe it's taking 30 seconds at the end of the day to list 3 things you noticed God did for you, or something God gave you that day. And contentment will grow from these daily moments of gratitude, creating a rhythm of gratitude. See, the goal isn't finding some way to change our circumstances, but to change our perspective from seeing the ordinary as a grind to seeing each day as a gift from God, as a day filled with gifts from God. So imagine what life would be like if, instead of rushing from one thing to the next, always hoping for a never coming someday, you found joy and contentment in the middle of your ordinary. What if every colorful leaf this fall, every sip of your pumpkin spice latte, every laugh was a reminder that you are known, loved, and enjoyed, and you are here for a reason? And what could happen if our church became known for enjoying the simple and taking time to thank God? Like, what would that say to our stressed out world? Imagine your neighbors, your coworkers, your family saying, you know what? You always seem, no matter what's going on, you always seem so peaceful and content. What's your secret? See, that's the life Jesus is inviting all of us to discover, enjoy, and share together. Enjoying God and His gifts puts us on the path to reclaiming the ordinary. So, as this closing music fades out, take some time, practice, and pause, and tell God what you're grateful for.